Hi children, welcome back to English class. In our previous class, we discussed lesson 9 4. Hope you have enjoyed Arthur's grandma and Arthur's their need and their emotions well expressed in that story. Hope you have enjoyed a lot. Now today we are going to start a new lesson called Crusoe Finds a Home. Okay, you would have heard already or read stories about Robinson Crusoe. Okay, this story, it's a novel actually. This story was taken, means extracted from a novel called Robinson Crusoe, written by Daniel Defoe. Okay, written by Daniel Defoe. Okay, now let us see a part of that novel. Now this story or this lesson is a part of a novel called Robinson Crusoe. Okay, it's one chapter from that novel. Okay, and before we start this lesson, we have some warm-up activity, and here is that activity. Look at this picture, and they have given some numbers, right, in blue color surface. Okay, what you have to do, let us know first of all. Get started in Robinson Crusoe's time. Sea voyage, sea voyage, voyage. Okay, sea voyage. V-O-Y-A-G-E, voyage. That meaning journey. Voyage means journey. Let me write voyage. That is vocabulary. Voyage, journey. Okay, voyage, journey were long and very risky. In those days, I mean, sea journey were very risky in those days. Whose days? Robinson Crusoe's days. Okay, and ships were not as strong and safe as they are today. The ships they sailed were not as strong as they are today. Okay, now here is how a ship could have looked in Crusoe's time. This is Crusoe's time ship. It's not so strong. Okay, it's not so strong actually. Okay, that's why they are the sea voyage. The sea voyage are not at all safe in those days. Okay. Now let's see. Now what you have to do is write the numbers against the correct parts of the ship. Okay. Now let's go with first one. Now look at the picture. Let me show you here. This is the first, and here is second. The first, second, third, and then here first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay. Now you should match the following. They are giving a word and meaning of that, the parts of the ship, but you should match with the numbers. Which part it is? Rudder. They are giving what is rudder. Which part of this ship is called rudder? You should match the number. Okay? I hope you have followed now the instructions. Okay, now the first one is the rudder is a piece of wood or metal at the back of the ship. It can be moved to the right or left to change the ship's direction. Okay, rudder is a piece of wood or metal at the back of the ship, and it can be moved to the right or left to change the ship's direction. That means here it is, fifth one. Okay, this is called rudder. Okay, so fifth one, the first one, let us match here rudder. Rudder is fifth one. Fifth one, right in the blank, fifth one. Okay, now let's go with the next one. The hull, no. What is hull and its meaning? You should match with it. Okay, the hull is the main body or bulk of the ship, including the bottom and the sides. Okay, the hull is the main body and or bulk of the ship, including the bottom of the sides. Now, this one, main body, that is this main body, fourth one, the main body of the ship, this. Okay, this one. So fourth one, hull means main body of the ship is called hull. So fourth one. Third, mast. Mast is that one, that pole, tall pole. Yeah, the mast is a tall pole to which the ship's sails are tied for support. Ship is tied with support to give support to the ship, okay, to move. So mast is second one. So let me show you the picture. Here it is, mast, this pole. This pole is called mast. Okay, second one. Second one is mast. Okay, now let's go with the third one. Next fourth one. The sail is a large piece of canvas which is stretched high on the ship. When the wind blows against the sail, it pushes the ship forward. Okay, pushes the ship forward. So the first one, sail is the first one. This sail is a large piece of canvas. This first one. Okay, sail is the large piece of canvas which is stretched high on the ship, and when the wind blows against the sail, it pushes the ship forward. When wind blows against the sail, then it pushes the ship forward. Now if it moves like wind, if this is the sail, now this is the sail, this book, and if the wind blows against the ship, then it pushes forward, this one. Okay, it helps to push forward. Okay, so sail is first one. I have shown you the picture. Sail is the first one. That big one, canvas. This one is called sail. Okay, the last one, the deck. Deck is here. Deck is the top part of the ship. It is like floor which is open to the air, and where people can sit and walk. Deck is this one. Here third one they have given actually. You should get inside and sit there. That is called deck. Okay. Yeah. Mast is that body, deck is third one. You should get inside and you should sit. That is called deck. That where you sit and travel in the ship. Okay. Deck is the top part of the ship. It is like a floor which is open to the air and where people can sit or walk. Now we understood rudder, fifth one, fourth one hull, second one mast, third one sail, last one deck is third one, second one is mast, first one sail, third one deck. Let me show you the picture. First one is rudder. This is rudder. Fifth one, rudder. Okay, this is rudder. Fourth one, hull. Fourth one is hull. And next, what is that? Mast. Second one is mast. Yeah, second one is mast. This one. Second. Oh, sorry. Here, second one is mast. Okay. Fifth one. Fifth one is rudder. Fourth one is hull. Second one is mast. First one is sail. Third one is deck. I hope you understood these parts of this ship. Now let's go to the lesson. It's a story. You will enjoy it. It's a novel. It's an extract, means taken from. This I explained in your Oliver Finds a Home. Here now, there Oliver finds a home, sixth lesson. Here Crusoe finds a friend. Their home, here friend. This should be very interesting. Now, finding friend is most important thing than finding a home. Home everyone could find. Everyone finds in their life, but friend is not so easy. Finding a friend is not so easy in our life. Okay, now let's go with this one. This is an extract from the book Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. It's written by Daniel Defoe. Crusoe finds himself on an island after a shipwreck. A shipwreck means a destruction of a ship, either by sinking or by breaking. Okay, shipwreck means, let me tell you, shipwreck means destruction, means that no more use. destruction of a ship by sinking in the water or breaking. By sinking or breaking. So by sinking or breaking, the ship would destruct, right? So a shipwreck means destruction of a ship either by sinking in the water or by breaking into pieces. That's called shipwreck. No more use. You can't use it. You can't operate the ship. Okay. Yeah. So Crusoe finds himself on an island. He met a shipwreck. Maybe it sank. His boat sank. Okay, maybe sank. Okay. He spends many years alone on the island until one day he saves the life of a local tribesman who becomes his devoted companion. Together they plan to escape from the island. So Crusoe met a shipwreck. His ship got destructed. Means he couldn't operate now. And after that, by floating in the water, then by swimming this way and that way, he saved his life. He was now on island, which was unknown to him. Island means a land surrounded with water. He did not have any ship to move from that island to go back to home, his place, his own place, his native place. He couldn't go there because his ship was destructed actually. Okay, then what did he do? He was alone on the island for many years. And then he found a friend. How? By saving a tribesman. There it's a tribesman, people who live in the forest areas, right? Okay, he saved that friend. And that day onwards he became his companion. It's his friend. And then together this Robinson Crusoe and the tribesman, together they planned to escape from that island. Okay, now let's go through this, how they escaped, how he made friendship, how they spent their time in that island. Okay, now let us see. I took Friday to my cave and gave him some bread, a bunch of raisins and a cup of water. I then told him by actions to lie down and sleep on some nice straw and a blanket which I have placed there for him. Okay, when he woke up, he looked for me. I was out milking my goats. I let him know that his name was to be Friday, which was the day on which I saved his life. Taking a cup of milk, I drank some of it and moistened my bread in some. I gave Friday a cup of milk. He did the same thing with his bread, showing by signs, and he thought it very good. Okay, now let's see what happened. I took that whom he saved now. His name was Friday, the tribesman. Okay, one second. I'll be back. One second. So the person whom he saved was the tribesman. His name was Friday. Okay. I took Friday to my cave and gave him some bread. He took Friday to his cave where he lived in that island. Okay. And gave him some bread and a bunch of raisins. Raisins means dry grapes. You know that one. Okay. And a cup of water. After saving his life, he took him to his cave and gave him dry grapes and a bunch of dry grapes and some bread and also a cup of water. I then told him by actions to lie down and sleep on some actions. He said, sleep your sleep. Because the tribes people, they don't know how to speak and they don't have their own language, right? They live in that island alone. And see, this person has come from this another country. But this person, tribesman, Friday lived here. He did not know how to speak. So he said, after eating, he said, come on, sleep, lie down. He said with actions. Okay, and then and some rice straw on that dry grass, dry grass. Okay, and a blanket which I had placed there for him. He gave him a blanket even to sleep there. Okay, such a nice person Crusoe was. Okay, and then when he woke up, he looked for me. I was out milking my goats. He was like taking care of goats even, Robinson Crusoe. He was milking the goats. Okay, and then some goats maybe missed and started living there. Okay, and he was milking the goats and he woke up. Friday woke up and started searching where was Crusoe. Okay, and then I let him know that his name was to be Friday. He said, your name is Friday. Robinson Crusoe said, your name is Friday. Your name is Friday. I call love on words you Friday. Why it is so Friday? It's a name of a week, right? Okay, name of the day, right? Weekdays, okay. Then one of the weekdays, okay. Then which was the day on which I saved his life? Oh, so why he started calling Friday? Because that he saved, Robinson Crusoe saved the tribesperson on Friday. So he started calling him as Friday. Okay. And then taking a cup of milk, I drank some of it and moistened. And he started taking a cup of milk. And I drank some of it and moistened. And then he took a bread. Suppose this is the cup. Suppose this is the cup. And he took bread and he moistened, means make wet something. Means dip that bread into that cup or into that liquid or milk. Okay, moisten actual meaning is to make wet something. To make wet. To make something wet. We write like that. It sounds bad. Okay. To make something wet. Okay. To make something wet is called moisten. He took a piece of bread and then a milk, hot milk, and he moistened the bread in that one to eat. Okay. I gave Friday a cup of milk. He did the same thing with this bread. He too started moistening. Okay, then with his bread, showing by signs that he thought it very good. Okay, and by signs he thought it very good. He said, very good, nice, like that. By signs he should, very nice, like that. He said, okay. I gave him a pair of goatskin trousers, means pants. Give goatskin pants. He prepared pants with goatskin. It's wonderful, right? And then a goatskin coat and a cap made of hare skin. Hair, you know, rabbit's fur. With that fur, he made a cap. With the goat skin, he made trousers. But this listening very wonderful, you may feel, but it's not correct, right? Killing an animal to make clothes means he was alone there. That's the only way for him to do. That's why people started. How people started killing the animals? Because to protect themselves, protect themselves from rain, hot sun, and cold. They started killing animals and they started making skins as their clothes, their body clothes. Okay. In olden days, people used to live in the forest, right? Tribesmen, like we all are, our youngsters, all are like tribesmen, right? Okay. Now let's go with next. What else he has given? Goatskin trousers, goatskin coat, and a cap made of hair. Okay. Hair skin. He was very proud of his clothes. After wearing, he felt very proud. Oh, so very nice. Like he started feeling very great. Okay, and had a cap and made. Okay, sorry. He was very proud of his clothes, and though he hardly knew how to get around in them at first, he had never worn clothes before. So they used to tie some leaves and that's all. Okay, like tribes people, right? So he was unaware he was not aware to wear, how to wear them. First, how to keep them, he was like how to maintain with those clothes. He was not like inculcated, now adjusted. Later he started learning how to wear them, how to remove and how to maintain the clothes, his body with those clothes. Okay, and see, so now I wonder where I should make a bed for Friday. I wanted to be kind to him, and yet I wish to feel safe myself. So I made a tent for him in the space between the two fences. Though he loved, he was like, he is very kind, he was very kind to Crusoe. But he can't believe him, right? They are tribe people, they may kill even people. Man, they may kill to have food. If they don't find animals for food, they used to kill the other person, the other man. So he felt somewhat insecure to make himself with his sight. He thought, oh my God, though I'm very kind and I helped and saved his life, but I can't ask him to sleep beside me. Who knows? I want to feel safe myself. So he made a tent for him between the two fences. Okay, a tent, and there one fence and there one fence. He can't come out so easily. Okay, and then this tent opened by a door into my yard, and then a door. Okay, and the door was made to lock from the inside. Okay, this tent opened by a door into my yard, and the door was made to lock from the inside, and I locked it, and I took in my ladder every night. So he used to give him sleep a ladder, like above, I think, than a fences. Okay, he used to climb that ladder, and he used to come down, and he used to lock his door, and he used to sleep. Robinson Crusoe. Okay, and then I locked it and took in my ladder every night so that Friday could not reach me. Okay, had I known what a true friend he was to me, I should not have wanted to lock him out. If I knew what kind of, later he understood that Friday was such a kind and good friend to him. And he thought, oh my God, why I locked all these days, like 9 times. Why I locked. He was not a dangerous person to me at all. He was very kind and a very good companion to Robinson Crusoe. Okay, and after a while, Friday knew English so well that I could talk to him about anything that I wished. Later, he was unaware of English language even. Who? That Friday. But every day Robinson talked with him in English language. So day by day, that Friday, the tribesman learned English. I mean, he was able to understand Robinson Crusoe's English very well. Suppose if he says, bring me that, Friday is to bring like quickly. That means that he started understanding English. Okay, in the beginning he was not, he was unable to understand English. Day by day, as he go on, as he went on speaking with him in English, now Friday started understanding English. I told him how I happened to be on the island, and how long I had been there, and what a hard time I had at first to get food and then make home, and how lonely I had been until he came. He started telling like in English, how my ship got destructed, and I started swimming in the water, and I saved myself, and later I was on this island, and I spent so many years here, and in the beginning I spent really very hard life. He said everything to Friday. Crusoe said everything about his past to Friday. Okay, and how lonely I had been until he came. I felt very, very alone until you came into my life, he said to him. And then I also taught him how to plant and harvest wheat and rice, and how to make baskets and dishes. Okay, he made the goats every morning and evening, and made butter and cheese. Okay, and I also taught him how to plant and harvest wheat and rice. Okay, later he taught him how to milk the goat, and how to plant and harvest, how to grow and harvest the wheat and rice, cropping, everything he said. And how to make baskets and dishes with the bamboos also he taught him. He milked the goats every morning and evening and made butter and cheese. Every day morning and evening he milked, okay? And he made who? Friday made butter and cheese even. Okay, that's very interesting. Now let's see what happened in our next video. Okay, how they continued their life on that island. Now before we end this session, let's go through today's vocabulary. Okay, now first we learn voyage. Voyage means journey. Shipwreck means destruction of a ship by sinking or breaking into pieces. Moisten, this is Yendana, M-E-T. Moisten means to make something wet. Okay children, that's all for today's video. Let's meet in our next video to know about section 2 of Robinson Crusoe Finds a Friend. That is Friday. Bye bye for now.